back to another review. Quite comfy on my chair right now, hope you are too. Don't forget to give this video a big thumb if you want to see more reviews, because I don't know. The more thumbs I see, then the more I know what you want to see, right? Yes. Because I have been looking at the thumbs actually. And I used to look at the thumbs and now I'm like, oh, let's see what's on those thumbs and I know what you guys like. But if I don't tell you that's what I'm doing, then you wouldn't know. So if you like something, obviously I know, but sometimes I forget, I'm like, what do you do when you forget the thumb? So if you want to see more, then give it a thumb, then I'll just know. This is a review for a movie which I just going to tell you right away. I loved this movie and I was like, oh, I love it. And then so, loving it, I typed into YouTube, looked at some reviews, I was like, yeah, look at some reviews for this. There wasn't very many reviews for it, and the ones I found weren't necessarily positive. So I was like, what? I've got to make a review of this, so here I am making a review of this. I haven't heard a lot about this movie, so I think it kind of slipped under the radar, so I really want to give it some thought, give it some notice, you know? And it is Chasing Mavericks with Gerard Butler and this young guy. I just got to say, I thought this movie was really great, better than I expected. It's based on a true story of Jay Moriarty, who was a very young surfer. That's what it's about, it's a surf story, if you don't know. So yeah, basically, this guy here, Jay Moriarty, when he was a kid, he was always kind of dead interested in the sea and the waves and timing them and surfing and stuff, and then he actually got rescued when he was younger from being in the sea by Gerard Butler's character Frosty, who happened to, just by luck, live just down the road from him. So he thought, he's seen him surf and he became really interested in it, and they kind of become a weird little friendship kind of thing, or kind of more like father-son type relationship, you know. So yeah, that's Frosty and Jay. Jay's home life is really not very good. His dad's left, his mum's really unstable because of that, and he's just not really got the best home life. He's kind of more looking after her. So I think that really encouraged him to go out and want to surf and all this jazz. So, you know, anyway, he ends up finding out that these Mavericks, which are like basically just massive waves, and I mean massive. Some of the shots in this film are so good. The big wave ones, I was like, whoa! And yeah, I was really impressed. I thought it looked really awesome. I don't know anything about surfing. Not into the sport or anything. I'd like to learn to surf, but not waves that big. But I'd like to learn to surf. It'd be a cool thing. But I don't live near the sea, or it's never really that hot here, or you know. So it's not particularly a sport that us English people can take on, unless maybe you live by the coast, which I do not. Anyway, so I don't know a lot about surfing, but anyway, I still thought this was awesome. It looked really great. Anyway, so he finds out these Mavericks are not a myth, which they are said to be, and then he's like, Frosty, you know, I want you to teach me to be able to surf these Mavericks. So that's kind of the whole storyline kind of thing. And yeah, so there's some really intense moments, and not everything quite plans out the way you think it's going to. I don't know how much based on a true story this is. I don't know how much they changed. I do want to look up the actual real story of Jay Moriarty, because it seems really interesting. He's really inspiring and great. It's definitely an inspirational story. If you want to feel inspired, definitely check this out. I love inspirational stories. They always really give me big kick in the butt motivation. I'm like, yes, I gotta do this, whatever it is. I don't even know what I want to be doing, but this really was like, definitely want to watch this one again. I highly enjoyed it. I'd watch it probably plenty of times. I know it's one that I'm going to watch a lot. It did have a bit of romance in it there and here. It had some sad moments. It did have some shocking things, but I think the things that I was like, what? I can't believe that. Why would they? If it wasn't true, like I say, you know, it's based on a true story, and I presume some things that happened which I was like, oh, I wouldn't have put that in the film, but I presumed that was real true. So it was weird. I was shocked by some things that happened I didn't expect, which usually I think stories like this are quite predictable. Even though it's not completely unpredictable, there's some things that I did not predict to happen, which is always fun. Like, you don't want to be able to predict the whole movie, so, you know, if you already know about Jay Moriarty, I guess you'll know the end or the middle, or you'll know some of it. But if, like myself, you didn't know who he was or who, you know, then you will be in for a surprise, and you'll learn something about somebody who seemed to be a really great person and was an inspiration to others. So that's really cool and always good to know. But again, I don't know how much based on a true story it actually is. So there we go, that is Chasing Mavericks. I really loved the cinematography in it was great. Like, you know, the whole surfing scenes. There was some really good scenes I really liked then. They were some of my favourites. So yes, I probably would like to watch this on Blu-ray. I just picked up the DVD because, you know, I don't think it's out on Blu-ray. I haven't seen it on Blu-ray. I've barely seen this movie anyway. I picked it up from Sainsbury's. It was £7. It's not that long since it's been out, so, you know, I picked it up and I was like, yes, definitely want to watch this because I'd heard about it just from, where did I hear about it? I don't know. I don't know. So I picked it up and I loved it. Definitely going to be checking out the special features on this, so if you want me to ever mention about those or talk about, if I look into the true story about that and this, then let me know. But for now, that's it, and that's Chasing Mavericks. Let me know down below if you've seen this. I don't know if many people have or not, and let me know if you're now interested in it, and, you know, if you know anything about it, and let me know if you want to see more reviews. So yeah, for now, I'll see you next video, and thanks so much for watching. Bye!